Hi, my friend. I'm Janet Montgomery, and I am a hypnotherapist, so just wanted to take some time to share with you some facts and some information about the subject. Some things I've written and other information I've acquired over time. So I hope you find it interesting and informative, and above all, relaxing. First of all, the question, can anyone be hypnotized? Yes. Any person of at least average intelligence and ability to focus and concentrate can go into hypnosis. And the better one is able to concentrate and focus. And this is interesting. And the more intelligent a person is, the easier it is for them to go into the hypnotic state. And above all, the person must be willing. No one can hypnotize you if you don't want to be hypnotized. Your natural defenses in your mind will prevent this from happening. And another question, will I be asleep, or will I know what is going on around me? No, you are definitely not asleep. Though, to an observer, your body appears to be sleeping because you are in a state of deep physical relaxation. You know, on a side note here, a lot of my clients do end up drifting into sleep. So I'll just talk a little louder so that they're not too deep. So I'll continue. You are completely awake and aware of your surroundings. You hear everything. Sense. All your senses are magnified 8 times. You are actually more alert and aware while you are in hypnosis than you are in your normal waking state. So how does the hypnotist put someone into hypnosis? That's the next question here. All hypnosis is self-hypnosis. And the power comes from within the mind of the person being hypnotized. The hypnotist is merely the guide who directs and leads the person into the hypnotic state. The hypnotist induces the hypnotic trance by using certain words and phrases the subconscious mind understands, as well as using various techniques like deep breathing, imagery, and the tone of voice. And as a side note, as you can probably tell, I use my voice to guide my clients into deep relaxation, along with the other techniques, as I mentioned, like deep breathing and imagery. Now, the next question, and by the way, I did not write this particular series of questions. This is one of the downloads that I got. But I think it's interesting, so I wanted to share it with you. So the question is hypnosis dangerous? No, hypnosis is not dangerous. It is just a natural state of mind utilized by the hypnotist for purposes of, now this is where it talks about stage work, of entertainment, or to help the individual change certain habits or pattern of behavior. Now that comes under hypnotherapy, which is my expertise. I don't do stage work. I think it's interesting, but I don't do stage work. The mind has natural defenses built in, which will automatically reject any suggestion it deems harmful. So the next question is hypnosis mind control? I'm going to turn the page here. Okay. You might like the sound of the pages turning anyway, so. And the answer is no. It is not mind control. All hypnosis is self-hypnosis. The hypnotist cannot make you do or say anything you ordinarily would not do unless you wanted to. You always remain in control and are awake and alert the whole time. And the next question is, will I lose control when I'm under hypnosis? And the answer is no. You will not lose control while you are in hypnosis. You're fully conscious and very aware of what is being suggested. You are always in control. The mind will reject any undesired suggestions automatically. And the next question is, aren't people who can easily be hypnotized just gullible? And it says here stupid or weak-minded. It's not my words, believe me. And the answer is quite the opposite. A gullible, unintelligent, or weak-minded person is incapable of maintaining the necessary focus and concentration necessary to go into the hypnotic state. And the next question, won't being hypnotized make me become weak-minded or cause me to develop a weak will? No. Hypnosis is used often to boost a person's concentration and willpower. Next question. How much will I remember when I wake up? Will I forget everything that went on? Most people remember everything that went on while they were in hypnosis. But sometimes, if they went into a particularly deep state, they may forget what happened. Sometimes, the hypnotist will suggest that they will forget what happened, and they do. Other times, people have the misconception that they are supposed to forget everything. So they do, because they gave themselves the suggestion to forget. Okay, And the next question. How deep into trance will I go? The answer? Now that depends entirely upon the individual himself or herself as to how willing they are to enter into the hypnotic state and how far they're willing to let themselves go. But some people are naturally able to enter a deeper hypnotic state. That's called somnambulists. The people that can do that. While others are capable of entering into deeper states because they have been hypnotized in the past, practice yoga or meditation. And it really is not important how deep you go, just that you are willing to give hypnosis a chance to work. So I'm going to go to the next page, and we're almost done with this segment. Hypnosis is a natural and normal state of the mind in which the body experiences a state of deep physical relaxation, while the mind remains clear, alert, and focused. And in this altered state of awareness, the subconscious mind becomes open and suggestible. A person naturally enters this state many times during a normal day. Just most of us are not aware that it's happening. How many times have you been thinking about something while driving your car and suddenly realized that your exit was 3 miles back? I'm sure all of us have done that. Most of us go to the movies and get so caught up in the drama of the story, we forget that we're only watching a movie. Most of us daydream from time to time, and all of these are examples of a natural state of hypnosis called environmental hypnosis. And I'm wondering right now if you are drifting yourself right now into a state of hypnosis. Now, the next question, as we move on a little bit, is how can I tell when I'm hypnotized? The answer is it depends on the individual. Some people are more aware of changes felt in their bodies than others. It also depends on how deep into the hypnotic state the person has allowed himself to drift. You may experience sensations of feeling very light or floating, very heavy, tingling sensations, dry mouth, or just pleasantly relaxed. I hear clients say these things about the tingling and floating sensations, by the way, and also ASMR. As we know, autonomous sensory meridian response, which is such a lovely bonus. That wonderful sensation that we really enjoy. And the next question is, what does it feel like to be hypnotized? Does it feel good? The answer, it feels great. Most people will experience different bodily sensations. You know, and it mentions the next part of the paragraph talks about the tingling sensations, but I already mentioned that, so I think I might skip this part. Most people feel wonderfully relaxed and enjoy the hypnotic state very much. And see, we're going to move on a little bit here. I just want to include probably the most important parts of this session for you. Well, this one's interesting. It says, does the hypnotist have any special powers? That's a good one. Absolutely not. The hypnotist is just an ordinary person like you or me. It says here they've had special training to learn how to speak directly to your subconscious mind in a way it understands. And then it says, let's see, there are no Svengalis or hypnotists like you see in the movies. The hypnotist has no mystical or supernatural powers. Interesting. Anyone with the same training, it says, can learn to hypnotize. Well, the thing with that is that I do think there are certain characteristics that make some hypnotherapists maybe easier to listen to, or maybe their approach is different. So that's my opinion on that. And then it talks about, can the hypnotist make me do things against my will, like in the movies? We should probably address this one. This is kind of interesting. You know, because when you think about hypnosis, you might think of a stage hypnotist. So it says here, no, a hypnotist cannot make you do anything against your will, morality, or ethics. What you have seen in the movies is fantasy. A hypnotist cannot call you up on the telephone or order you to rob a bank or murder someone unless you already want to do that. Oh my goodness, read that. Your mind has natural defenses against harmful suggestions, and it will always protect itself. That's good to know, isn't it? And it goes on to say, will I wake up afterwards? What will happen if I don't? And it says here, well, you know, sidebar here, of course you will. If you just drift off to sleep, you wake up naturally. But the answer is yes. The majority of people who are hypnotized will come out of the state when brought out by the hypnotist. Let's see. On occasion, someone will choose to remain in the hypnotic state because they either entered a particularly deep state or it feels so good that they want to remain in hypnosis. They will drift into a natural sleep state and wake themselves up naturally. So anyway, so for this session together, I hope I've addressed a lot of interest, perhaps, and knowing that using hypnosis can be very beneficial for a lot of things, and to make positive changes in a person's life. And next time I'll go into even more information, and hopefully that you'll find it interesting, as I mentioned. So for now, my friend, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.